Have you ever wondered what's really going on up here? Well, today we're going to take a little trip together, a 24-hour journey to see what happens when I, your brain, decide to switch my main fuel source. It's a pretty amazing process, you'll see.
So think about it like this. What if I came with a built-in backup generator? A secondary system that just kicks on when the main power grid gets a little low. Well, spoiler alert, I do. And you might be surprised to hear it's actually even more efficient than my day-to-day setup.
Okay, so first things first, let's talk about how I usually operate. To really get why my backup system is so cool, you gotta understand what I run on by default.
My go-to primary fuel is glucose. I get this from the carbohydrates you eat. A good way to think about it is like quick-burning kindling for a fire. It gives me that fast, immediate burst of energy I need to manage, well, everything you do.
But, this fast-burning fuel, it has a downside. It can be pretty unstable. I'm sure you know the feeling, that mid-afternoon brain fog, right? That sudden energy crash where you just can't focus. Yep, that's often just a dip in my glucose supply, and it sends my energy and your focus right off a cliff.
So what happens when we decide to challenge this system? Here's the thing. Limiting my primary fuel isn't some kind of emergency. Not at all. Instead, it's a trigger. It activates this incredibly sophisticated, ancient biological program I've got tucked away. Let's just watch this process unfold over 24 hours. Okay, at hour 0, right after a meal, I'm swimming in glucose. Life is good. But fast forward to hour 12, and those stores are starting to get pretty low. Then, around hour 18, something really amazing starts to happen. The liver begins producing a brand new fuel. And by the 24-hour mark, the switch is complete. I'm now running on a whole new power source. My response to all this isn't panic. It's a super intelligent adaptation. I just sense the shift in available fuel, and I calmly activate a secondary system that was designed for this exact situation. So what is this alternative fuel exactly? And why do people call it not just a backup, but actually a cleaner and more powerful source of energy for all the complex stuff I do? Let me introduce you to ketones. These are these special molecules that your liver produces from fat stores. So if glucose is that fast-burning kindling, think of ketones as dense, slow-burning logs. They provide this consistent, long-lasting, and just incredibly stable energy. I mean, this comparison really makes it clear, doesn't it? Ketones are basically high-octane fuel for my neurons. They burn way more cleanly, which means they produce fewer of those inflammatory byproducts called free radicals. But the real game changer for your daily life is the stability. No more of those dramatic energy peaks and valleys, just a steady, reliable supply of power. And the effect of that is just wow. The afternoon slump, gone. It's replaced by this feeling of stable, clean energy. It's a state of sustained mental clarity and stamina. It feels good. But wait, it gets even better. This fuel switch does way more than just provide clean energy. It actually triggers an upgrade to my internal hardware, which leads to what feels like enhanced mental sharpness. Okay, let's talk about a real hero molecule here, BDNF. That stands for brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Honestly, the best way to think of it is like fertilizer for my brain cells. It helps me grow new connections, it strengthens the pathways I already have, and it is absolutely essential for learning and forming new memories. So how does this whole chain reaction work? It's pretty cool. First, I detect that there's not much glucose left. Second, the liver gets the signal and starts churning out ketones. Third, and this is the magic step, the very act of me using ketones for fuel signals me to release more of that amazing BDNF. The result? Your cognition is enhanced because I'm literally reinforcing my own neural network. And listen, this isn't just some temporary boost. This entire process is a built-in mechanism for self-improvement. Releasing BDNF makes me more resilient, more adaptive, and just plain better equipped to handle stress and learn new things. So after all that, what has this 24-hour journey really shown us about my hidden potential? Let's just recap the big ideas here. This quote just says it all perfectly. Ketones are a clean, efficient, and surprisingly powerful alternative fuel. This kind of suggests my backup generator might actually be an upgrade, right? A preferred power source for really demanding mental work. All right, so here are the key takeaways from our little explainer. First, I have this incredible ability to switch from glucose to a much more efficient fuel called ketones.
Second, this switch is a totally natural, intelligent response to a lack of nutrients. Third, using ketones for fuel actually stimulates the release of that brain-fertilizing BDNF. And finally, this whole process directly supports your ability to learn, to remember, and just to maintain a sharp, healthy mind.
And that, well, that leaves us with one final question. We've just seen what's possible in a single day, just by tapping into this ancient pathway. So if all this potential can be unlocked in just 24 hours, what am I truly capable of?